I'm gonna need to take off your socks here. I hope you shaved your legs. Oh my God, these are way too tight. Look at all these hot spots. You're gonna get an ulcer. Okay, so one thing we want to look at before we do a joint mob is that all the joints are like protected. So as I push here, he's either gonna hyperextend or he's gonna flex a bit. So let's give that some support. Can I have a very special PTA give me a pillow with a pillowcase on it, please? Please. Thank you. I knew it would be Sam. Okay. So the next thing I need to do is I need to stabilize the bones that I'm not going to move. So I'm going to move the talus. So that means my tib, fib, that's going to have to be stable. Okay. So there's a couple of ways to do this. I have pretty large hands, but Jesse's also got pretty large wide feet, so he's a very stable person. Okay. So what I am going to do is I'm going to use my second MCP to make contact with the talus, and I'm simply going to use my body weight to push the talus backwards. So I'll already predict that some of the smaller females will be like, but I can't do that. So that's my impersonation for all genders, by the way. So this is another way to do it. You can use your downward force to stabilize the tib fib, okay? And then I can use my wrapped pinkies as my mobilizing force. And then all I gotta do, you don't have to kneel on the floor, you'd probably use a stool, is just lean. Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you first get a feel for it. So when you barely feel a little tiny resistance, that's like a grade 1. And when you go all the way back, that's a grade 4. And then just try to feel in between those and then go for a grade 4. You're gonna do it twice on each ankle. You're gonna either hold for 30 seconds or you're gonna try to oscillate for 30 seconds. Now the hard thing about oscillation is you're gonna have a tendency to do this, and that's not what the oscillation is. The oscillation is more like push into it, stay there, and now back and forth within there. So that's why I usually like to teach you guys to stretch mobilization first before oscillating, because oscillating requires a lot of skill. So for most of you that have larger hands, or at least your partner has a smaller foot, you're going to use one of your legs to control the dorsiflexion. Just go ahead and relax. You don't need to help me. Okay? And then I'll actually use this part here. Doesn't really matter. I want my shoulder to be relaxed. I'm just going to lean forward. I'm just going to push here. And then we're going to see what kind of result we get. So most of you guys aren't going to need this per se, so you're probably not going to see a big change with this, but he particularly needs it. Most of you are going to need a soleus soft tissue release, which is what we're going to do next after this. You ready? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Yes. I'm only asking Kaylin, are you ready? She says she's ready. Okay, so go for it. Go ahead and treat your partner.